So Afterlife is written and directed by Ricky Gervais and also stars Ricky Gervais as Tony, who after Tony's wife dies unexpectedly, his nice guy's persona is altered into an impulsive, devil-may-care attitude, taking his old world by storm. So yeah, this is the new series from Ricky Gervais, who is of course a very famous comedian and writer. You may know him from things such as The Office, Extras, Derek, and things alike. I am a huge fan of Ricky Gervais, absolutely huge fan. I adore The Office, I adore Extras, I adore Derek, and I've also seen him do stand-up live last year, which he was absolutely phenomenal. I'm a huge fan of his, and this was his next project, which is a new Netflix series about Tony, and I just think that this series is something that's very different to what Ricky Gervais has done before, but in saying that, this is potentially his best work yet. Ricky himself in this series presents himself as an incredibly strong actor, which I knew he was before, as things such as in The Office, there are particular few scenes that really show him as being a really capable actor, but I've never seen it to this extent before. He really goes for it in this series and really shows that he has this power to actually really connect with an audience member, even though his character is so unlikable in this series, very much intentionally, that you were actually able to connect with him on some level. I think that's actually a really good comment, and actually it speaks loads to what Ricky was able to do with this role, with his writing, and with his direction for this character. And like I say, writing, directing, Ricky did it all in this series, and I think he did a really good job of that. The show's actually really well shot as well, and I was really impressed by that. And again, the writing is sharp, it's witty, it's very dark at times, the humour is very, very dark, but also the subjects that it deals with are incredibly dark and incredibly real. This isn't a typical go-lucky comedy that Ricky Gervais has normally done in the past, where, although Ricky's comedy has always been very dark-centred, it's not been to this extent before. It's always been a bit more risky humour, whereas this is very much borderline just dark humour, and we've never really had that before. And again, I think this actually works really well in favour of the show, given its tone, what it's about, and the themes that it's tackling. This humour just goes hand in hand with all of that. And what a cast he was able to assemble for this too. I mean, there is such a strong cast here. I mean, I'm not going to go through all of them, but also just the fact that he's able to get people who, you know, especially if you're British watching this show, and you are watching, you know, if you're a fan of like a lot of British comedy shows, you will recognise quite a lot of actors, like even to the point where I was like, oh my god, there's a kid from Bad Education in this and things like that. You get a lot of moments like that where you're just watching it and there's just all these different actors popping up who you recognise. You may not even know their names, but you'll recognise them from something. And I think that the fact he was able to get this massive, large ensemble cast for this was really impressive and speaks to his talent, that people want to work with him. And again, it just works really well because it just adds these friendly faces that just give you, you know, they put a smile on your face when you see them pop up on screen. The show is just endlessly watchable. Like, I was just able to watch all 6 episodes of this series back to back in one sitting, which I have not done in like 2 years. I haven't binged a show in about 2 years. I think the last show I probably binged was probably Marvel's The Defenders. I think that was the last show I actually binged. So the fact that this show, I was able to binge it, I think really speaks volumes to it, because again, I just can't binge shows anymore. Not only because not really I have the time for it, but also because I just don't really like to binge shows. I like to watch an episode and take it in before I actually go on and jump into the next one, because then I tend to forget things and things kind of mesh together. So for me, the fact that I was able to watch this show just episode by episode, just all the way through, I think speaks volumes to how watchable the show is. It's very entertaining and just very easy to watch. It's easy just to put on and you can get through. Like I say, within 3 hours, you can watch all this show. Overall, I thought Afterlife was absolutely tremendous. Like I say, I think this is just an incredible next step for Ricky Gervais. A really good series. It's so well written, so well directed, and so well acted from everybody. And again, I know I speak a lot about Ricky Gervais in this video, but he is really the mastermind behind this whole thing. He wrote it, he directed it, he stars in it, and I think that, you know, it's his idea, and I think that he just did a really good job of bringing this to screen. And the fact that Netflix were able to produce this and actually get this on their service and distribute it, I think speaks volumes as well to Ricky's talent and also to his reach. I think he's just got a fantastic career, you know, already, and this could be the next step for him, going back into TV writing and doing some series for Netflix. I think could be really, really exciting. And I'm going to say it right now, as much as I love The Office and I hold it so close and dear to my heart, I think Afterlife is Ricky Gervais' best work he's done yet. So have you guys seen Afterlife? If you have, make sure to let me know all your thoughts about it in the comment section down below. Did you like it? Did you hate it? Let's have a conversation about this show in the comments down below. And as always, if you want to see more TV reviews and movie reviews from me, be sure to subscribe. And I hope to see you guys again next time.